Good evening and thanks for watching KKCO 11 News at 10. I'm Jason Berger, filling in for Joey Prechtel tonight. Well, think quick. What do you think when you hear the word drought? If you set a period without water, you're a part of the problem. According to a new study, the 747-400 super tanker based here in Colorado has been deployed to California to help fight wildfires that have destroyed dozens of buildings and caused at least one death. And we now know the name of the woman who died in a car accident in Dinosaur National Monument last weekend. The National Park Service says 18-year-old Maria Blakely from Dinosaur was found dead at the scene of a single car accident along Harper's Corner Road. President Trump at his golf resort in New Jersey working to narrow his choice for the next Supreme Court justice. For President Trump, this is an opportunity of a presidential lifetime. And a wildfire that prompted authorities to order the evacuation of more than 2,000 homes in southern Colorado is continuing to grow. Authorities said the spring fire east of Fort Garland was estimated at 64 square miles this morning. 2 people and their dogs are being helped by the Red Cross today. This happened after an early morning fire damaged their mobile home in Palisade. It happened around 4:30 this morning. Our crew on scene said 1 person and 2 dogs were able to get out safely. Colorado Parks and Wildlife is looking into the poaching of 2 mountain goats. This happened near the summit of Quandary Peak, a popular 14er on the Front Range. 2 mountain goats were found shot and dead on July 3rd. And roughly 1 in 10 teens experience some sort of dating violence, according to the Center for Disease Control. But just 1 intervention session could help reduce that alarming statistic. And it was like taking a trip back in time at the Mesa County Fairgrounds today. That's because a large group of animatronic dinosaurs roamed around as part of an exhibit called Jurassic Tour. And I actually went out there earlier today and got to see some dinos for myself. And for some that made the expedition, it was pretty cool. Take a look. And Marvel's Ant-Man and the Wasp flew into the box office this weekend at #1. Ant-Man and the Wasp is the 20th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's also the 20th film to debut at #1. Well, Nikki, I looked outside earlier and I swear I saw rain coming from the sky. Was that true? Did I actually see that?
Yes, you finally did see some rain coming our way.
Because it's something that can bring you to tears.
Yeah, I don't know if I could make it even halfway through that American Ninja course.
Oh no, I would get knocked out right away.
Yeah, that's right. All right, thanks so much for watching.
It's only going to be a hot day.
I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm just going to stay inside most of the week.
There we go.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
KJCT News 8's Jason Berger joins us now live at the scene with more of this man's story. Jason.
That's right, Matt. I'm here at 4th and Ute where 6 structures were damaged in the fire last night, and I spoke to a man who says he's now forced to rebuild his whole life after his own home was destroyed.
I have things from the 4th grade that went up in flame in that house.
Alden Hislop has lived by 4th and Ute for 20 years.
We've later scavenged this.
His house, now gone.
This is all I've got left for 20 years of living and 70 years.
All that's left is in this box.
My birth certificate, my son's birth certificate, Social Security.
The fire took almost everything he had.
My records, my CDs, you know, pictures, my high school annuals.
Almost everything.
And that's all I thought about was getting my kitty.
The fire department was just down the street, and that's a good thing because it could have been much worse.
Because this whole block could have gone. We're talking about downtown Grand Junction.
But the fire still took a big part of Alden's life.
It's a big, big hole. It's just a big, big hole.
And his life will restart with a metal box.
So I have to reconstruct my life from this.
And Alden also told me his own son does live nearby, so fortunately he'll have somewhere to go in the meantime. But as of now, there's still no word yet on what was the cause of this fire. Matt?
KKCO 11 News reporter Jason Berger joining us live. Jason, looks like you're getting ready to go for a drive there.
Well, Gene, this car actually won't be moving, but if it was, I'd be ready because I already have my seatbelt on. And even though it seems like such an easy thing to do, CSP and CDOT both say here in Mesa County, there's a problem when it comes to buckling up.
Do you want to be that statistic? All we ask is you wear your seatbelt and drive safe.
Statistics. They might just seem like numbers, but some of them hit hard.
Last year, we had 437 fatalities. 233 of those fatalities were unrestrained drivers.
This week, CSP and CDOT have teamed up for the Click It or Ticket campaign.
This week, between the 16th and the 22nd, we'll have an additional 9 troopers out looking for unrestrained drivers.
One of the big problem areas, Mesa County.
One of the counties in Colorado where we see the least seatbelt use is Mesa County.
In Mesa County, we actually have a compliance of about 75%. So 1/4 of the drivers out there aren't wearing their seatbelts.
The goal is to target rural areas.
A little maybe further west past Fruita and maybe a little further east past Clifton.
And it's really a simple concept.
The campaign really serves as a reminder to buckle up, and if you don't, you will receive a ticket.
If we can help prevent someone from losing their life or getting seriously injured by writing them a $74.50 ticket, we'd be glad to do so.
A concept that could save lives on down the road.
I'm seeing actually the younger generation wearing more seatbelts more so than the older generation.
And Sam Cole from CDOT also told me your chances of getting in an accident are actually pretty high. Just last year, over 120,000 traffic crashes were reported just here in the state. So if you're going to be driving around, make sure you click it or you could get a ticket. That's right, Joey. Not only did I get right up next to these tanks, but I got to take a ride in one also. They are here because of a company called Panzerfabrik, and they can show people what true power really feels like.
It's just amazing. You go out there and you just have the sense of all this horsepower behind you.
Burke Martin had never been inside a tank before.
Kind of a rush of a sort to actually be in one of these things.
Until now.
Once it started rolling, I was like really surprised at just how smooth it was.
It was an experience that opened his eyes.
The first thing that went through my mind when I got in there is just how tight all the quarters and stuff are.
Owner Randy Beard says he just can't get enough.
I have a collection of tanks. We restore them, maintain them, play with them. Most fun is to play with them, of course.
And these tanks have come a long way.
They were purchased in Poland and refurbished and then sent to us. It takes about a year to buy.
That's a long way for that much heavy metal to travel.
They're both in the low 40 tons, so around 43 tons, which would be in the 90,000 pound range.
The tanks are here for people to enjoy.
They're to appreciate and to play with, but they're not for shooting anymore.
And Burke is one satisfied customer.
Oh, definitely. I'd come back and definitely recommend it to anybody who likes big toys.
And while those tanks won't always be available, owner Randy Beard told me they will have the tanks at the Speedway at select events this summer. And if you are interested, you can also book the tanks for events. So if you think 43 tons of fury is something you need, we will have that information available on our website.